9 guys on site, 2 cranes, a stair structure that won't fit in right, grading clips that nobody told me we were running out of, and the builder's already asking why we were behind. Now that was my actual Wednesday. And normally after a day like that, I'd have to sit in the site office and manually type out exactly what happened. Every crew, every issue, every defect. I was sick of it, so I automated it. Now this system has been running on my live project since the start of this year. I'm currently managing one of the largest non-imported structural steel jobs in the country, and every site diary entry for that project, crane subcontractor diaries, our own subcontractor diaries, defects log, all of it comes from voice notes I send while I'm still on site. So this video, it's not a demo. And by the end of it, you'll see exactly how one voice note feeds 3 separate databases, how those databases link together so a diary entry connects to a defect, and how I can now ask AI a question about anything that has happened on my project in the last 3 months and get an answer in seconds. And for those who may be a bit more technical, I've also left a link to this workflow template down in the description. Now, if you're new here, I'm Nathan. I'm a project manager at a structural steel company in Sydney. And on this channel, I document the AI systems I build for not only my own job, but for other construction businesses through my agency TwinStream AI. Let's get into it. Now, before I show you the system, I want you to understand what I'm actually dealing with on a daily basis, because that context is what makes this system make sense. So on any given day, I've got multiple subcontractor crews all on my site. I've got my Boilermaker crew. They might be welding cleats for a stair connection in one area and installing handrails in another. I've got a crane crew. They're running 130-ton cranes, lifting primary steel, taking deliveries, and installing grating. I've got guys installing plywood. I've got a specialist doing bracket welding, and I've got a rigger installing a stair structure on the other side of the building. Now, all of these people need different things from me at different times. Bolt orders, delivery schedules, answers about what is going where, drawings that don't match what's been fabricated, set out heights that the surveyor got wrong. Now, on top of all of that, the builder, the head contractor, they're asking me for progress dates, asking when their scaffold can go up. Now, I'm tracking defects, fabrication errors from the factory, installation errors on site, damaged steel. I'm looking at the weather. If it rains at 12 p.m, we lose half a day and the whole week's planned shifts. And then at the end of all of that, after the entire day of managing all of these moving parts, I need to sit down and write up what actually happened. Who was on site, what they did, what went wrong, what got delayed, what needs to happen tomorrow. The site diary is a must. And for 2 years, I typed it up manually every single afternoon. Now, the old process, it looked like this. I'd get home or I'd sit in the site office at the end of the day and I'd open up a document and start typing. Monday the 10th, weather, fine, who was on site, and then I tried to remember, was it 6 guys or 7? Did the plywood crew leave early or was that Tuesday? What time did the delivery actually arrive? Now, here's what would happen. When it was a quiet day, all right, I would be able to stay on top of everything. But when it was a nightmare day and you have all of these things going wrong, you've got constant phone calls, people calling you up with problems, I'd sit down at 5 p.m. and just write steel erection continued, grading installation ongoing. And those are the days where the detail matters the most, because that's when defects happen. That's when the delays happen. And that's exactly when my site diary had the least information in it. And I was sick of that, so I built something. So here's what the system looks like from end to end. I'll break down each layer. Step 1, the input. I send a voice note from my phone. I do it while I'm walking to site, while I'm walking back to the car, while I'm sitting down in my office. 2 to 3 minutes, and all I'm doing is just talking. I talk the way that I actually think about the day. I'll jump from what the crane crew is doing to a bolts order, to the deliveries, to the fact that one subcontractor left early. Now, it's messy. It's just that stream of consciousness, but that's fine. Why? Because the AI is going to structure all of that. So here's what one of those voice notes actually sounds like. And we have performance have 7 guys on site. So yeah, performance have 3 guys running out grading on static lines, and then they have 1 guy in a crane, 2 guys up in scissor lifts installing the level 4 structural steel, and then Jordan down the bottom. So they're just chipping away at getting that the second bay, which is the bracing bay for level 4, installed. This morning we figured out that the bolts had not been ordered for level 4 for the splices to the first set of columns, and so the M36 by 120s weren't actually on the bolt list, and so I had to go run out to Connect, which sent me out to Hobson this morning to get them rectified. You get the point. Now you can hear that's not a structured report. That's just me downloading my brain, and that's the whole point of it. So step 2 is the transcription. So the voice note hits an N8N workflow that sends the audio to DeepGram for transcription. DeepGram is known to be really good with construction vocabulary, so it handles words like grating, cleats, RHS, Perlins, stuff that general purpose transcription tools usually get wrong. And the confidence scores I'm seeing are consistently above 99%, which is genuinely impressive given the background noise on site. Then we got step 3, the AI structuring. Now, this is the key step. At the end of the day, all of the raw transcripts go to Claude via an API. And then Claude takes those messy stream of consciousness memo logs and extracts the structured data from it. Date, weather, who was on site, what work was completed, any safety observations, any defects, any builder delays, hours lost, finish time. It pulls all of that out of natural speech and turns it into a structured database. Now, step 4 is storage. Now, this is where it gets interesting because it's not just any normal database. It's a Notion database. So it's got multiple databases within a database and it's all searchable. So let me explain. I have 3 main databases for this project. First, the performance site diaries. That's for my crane and rigging subcontractor. What work they completed, how many crew were on site, the weather, any safety incidents, any builder delays, any hours lost, and it links to the defect register. Second, we have the Dunsteel subcontractors diary. So that's for my own crews. The boilermakers, the welders, the plywood guys, anyone that I've got on site. It tracks who was there by name, their finish time, whether there were any builder delays, safety incidents. And third, the defects log. Defect type, severity, who identified it, description, rectification notes, cost impact, photos, and crucially, it links back to the site diary entries where that defect was mentioned. So one voice note can create multiple entries across all 3 databases. Now, I'm not gonna keep boring you. Let me show you exactly what this looks like in real time. Hey guys, quick one. Now, if you want something like this built for you, if you're a business owner, you can get in touch with me at TwinStream AI with one of the links down in the description. And if you're keen and eager to know what AI can actually do for your business as a whole, then we'd be more than happy to have a chat. As you've seen, I'm also a project manager, so I live these problems every single day, whether it's be on site or in the office. I get it. I understand the real problems of running a real construction business. Now back to the video. Make sure you stick around for when I ask AI about anything on my project to get real information. Now, I'm gonna send a voice note right now and you can watch it go from raw audio to structured database entries. All right, so what you're seeing here, this is the voice memo log. So when I go and record a voice note from my WhatsApp chat here on my phone, it's gonna get updated in this log here. So let's test it out and we'll see how we go. All right, so wrapping up today, it's currently the 15th of March, 2026. So Performance had 8 guys on site and they were continuing with installing the level 4 steel. Michael and Tony were on site as well and they were welding some cleats over on stair 1. We had no safety incidents today, which was great. We did have a fabrication error with one of the columns 3EC2 and the cleat was welded 100 mil too low. And so I had to get Tony to cut that off and re-weld it in the correct position. And so Performance started at 7 and they finished at 3 p.m. and Tony and his partner finished at 3 p.m. as well. And so it was another productive and successful day, but let's get this added to our Notion database. And so we're gonna test this out. I'm gonna click send on my phone here and we'll see this pop up in our Notion database here. There we go. And we can see pending and we've got a confidence score of 0.998. So that's basically telling us that Deep Green was confident with its transcription. And so typically this would be triggered at 4:30 p.m. every day. So by that time, I should have all of my site diary entries logged in. And so what would typically happen is at 4:30 p.m., this workflow will trigger and it'll go and analyze all of the transcriptions from that day. And so what I'm gonna do is manually test this trigger so that you guys can see it in action and then we'll go and have a look. So at the moment, you can see 15th of March and we've got this pending. And so we've got our transcription over here as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna execute this workflow and we're gonna see what happens. So now we've got the AI is currently taking that transcription and it's turning it into the structured entries within the diary. So we can see there it's completed and I even get a notification on my phone back from this workflow to say that it's been successfully entered as an entry. And so we can go back here, we can see it's been processed. And if I go to the performance site diary, we can see 15th of March, 8 guys on site, they were installing the level 4 steel. And then they've got some notes there. They've got the finish time. We can also check the Dunsteel subcontractors diary. So we've got Michael and Tony ×2 welding cleats, finish time 3 p.m, entry date the 15th of March. We can have a look our defects log here, column 3EC2, cleat welded 100 mil too low, identified on this date by Michael and Tony. And there we go. So you guys get the point. An absolutely incredible system that I got set up for myself. And it's definitely one of the most valuable. Now that's 50 seconds of talking versus 20 minutes of typing. And the output, it's more detailed, it's more structured, and it was more useful than anything that I was writing manually after 5 p.m. Because let's be real, well, I'm not remembering everything that happened by 5 p.m. Right, so this is the part that I didn't really plan for when I first started building the system out, but I'm gonna be honest, it's probably one of the best things about it. Now, think about it this way. I've now got 3 months of structured project data sitting in Notion. Every day, every crew, every defect, and every delay, all structured, all tagged, and all linked. So this isn't just a site diary anymore. This is a searchable project memory. So let me show you what I mean. So we've got a site meeting coming up with the builder, and they want to know why we're behind on program. And so I've got to prepare myself for this meeting to back myself up and say, well, look, we've been delayed by this, this, and that, and this is the reason why we're behind on program. And so typically you'd have to go back through your photos, your notes that you've written down in your diary, and try and figure out or remember back to specific dates on site to be able to justify yourself. But now, because we have all of this within Notion AI, we're able to query this database and return a structured output so that I can then forward onto the builder or use for myself when I do go into this meeting. And so let's say, for example, can you please tell me all the dates that we've been delayed on site at project 411? And so it's now going to search this database to figure out the days where I've noted weather delays or site delays because of the builder, and it's going to give me a structured output that I can then use. So here we go. The site diary, 24th of Feb, 1.5 hours lost. 2nd of March, work stoppage issued by AW Edwards. 6th of March, grading installation encountered errors, and Dunsteel subcontractor's diary, 3 hours lost. So maybe I want to see the dates that we've been delayed by weather. So can you break down the dates that have actually been delayed by weather specifically? And so again, it's going to go back to those databases. It's going to check all of my transcriptions and figure out which dates we've actually been affected. So we can see here, full days lost to weather, 17th of January 2026, 27th of February 2026, partial days lost to weather, and then weather noted as contributing to broader program delays. And so that right there is probably the most powerful thing about this entire workflow, is that I can go back in time and simply ask AI to give me a breakdown of when I've been delayed on site to help back myself up when I go back to the builder. So here's what actually changed. Before, 20 to 30 minutes of typing manually at the end of the day, from memory, at a desk, and when I'm most tired. The entries were inconsistent, busy days had less information, but now, after 2 to 3 minutes of talking on site or on the way home, I now have structured entries in a proper database all in one place. They're tagged by crew, by weather, by defect type, and I can literally ask a question about anything that happened on this project and get an answer in seconds. Now, if you guys want to see a company rollout version of this exact system, how I deploy this across a team of project managers with multi-user routing and team databases, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, because once that system's up and running, I'm 100% going to be sharing it right here on this channel. Now, if you are a business owner and you want something like this built for you and your team, then you can get in touch with me at TwinStream AI with one of the links down in the description. And for those that are probably a bit more technical and think you can do it yourself, I've also left a link to the workflow template down below. Now, as always, I hope you guys got a bit of value out of this one. And if you did like it, then make sure to smash that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.